even you gena naona rudi uingie hii majenzi, nyinyi ndio the story of the future.
Now, allow me to ask you this question. Why is the Kenyatta family obsessed with Genzs? Why are they obsessed with mentioning the youths of the Republic of Kenya at this time where the youths, the Gen Z names is a very crucial name and a very crucial topic when it comes to the politics of the Republic of Kenya? What is their head game and what is their play? The reason I'm asking this in regarding to the Kenyatta family is because recently the former president Uhuru Kenyatta has been attacked left, right, and center over the mentioning of the Gen Z name. Now, as of today, the details are coming to us that also his youngest brother, the youngest of the Kenyatta family, Muhoho Kenyatta, has also started mentioning the names of the Gen Zs. Today, a publication has been made on what one Muhoho Kenyatta advised the Gen Zs as he was telling them to take up the mantle of leadership in the country so that they can rescue the country from the hands of President William Ruto. Allow me to get down into details. President Uhuru Kenyatta's youngest brother, Muhoho Kenyatta, has called on the youth and the Gen Z to stand up and challenge the status quo in the country by taking over leadership positions, adding that the youth have for too long played second fiddle. The businessman also slammed the current system of governance, which he says has for years been a stumbling block to the youth. In his address during the opening of the Duke of Edinburgh's International Award Africa Regional Conference in Mombasa County on Monday, Muhoho, retired President Uhuru's younger brother, followed in the steps of his elder brother, who has in recent days called on the youth to stand up and be counted in the fight for the liberation of their country. It is their time now to grasp and take over the mantle of leadership. And as such, the stewardship of our continent with their passion, innovation, and energy, stated Muhoho Kenyatta. Muhoho, who has maintained a low profile running the Kenyatta business empire, added that the existing system do not favor the youth. Africa's youth population is projected to reach 830 million by 2050. These demographics remain largely untapped, constrained by systems which were not designed for the scale and speed of change that we now face. We need to urgently refocus. That's what Muhoho said. Now, Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports CS Salim Vuria cautioned the youth against abusing social media while they agitate for change. What we want to advise the youth is to use social media positively. You will only benefit from the technology if you use it positively. The CS went ahead to block the statements that were used by one Muhoho Kenyatta. Now, recently, the former president is currently, everywhere he goes, his topic has always been the youth. You heard him even advising his daughter to join the other youths in protesting and calling the government to account when need be. That was Uhuru Kenyatta. The other day, while he was speaking in Uganda, he also called upon the youth to go to raise to the challenge of power. A thing that caught the attention of the minions around President President William Ruto, went ahead to call Uhuru Kenyatta and even warn him. Remember on Sunday, one Faruqi bet, calling and warning Uhuru Kenyatta that they are going to take away his benefit, his retirement benefit as a former president, if we continues to be actively engaged with the politics of the day. Let me tell you one thing. They know the influence of Uhuru Kenyatta. And this card of youth is a very dangerous card when it comes to William Ruto. William Ruto knows if there are people that hate him with passion in 254, are the youths. And if there are people that can make his empire crumble to the ground, are the youths, the Gen Zs to say less. Because the Gen Z rose to the challenge on 25th of June 2024. They protested and called the government to action against the finance bill year 2024. And now, Muhoho and the brother, Uhuru Kenyatta, they know that Matiang'i was called to come and serve by the Gen Z. Before the Gen Z demos, Matiang'i did not have any play in the politics of the Republic of Kenya. But when the Gen Z went to the streets, the person they said can change this country was not Raila Amolo Odinga. They said Raila Amolo Odinga should stay aside. They said, where is Matiang'i to come and do right by us? So Matiang'i, being a person that is highly connected with the Kenyatta family, the Kenyatta family has to sell the agenda of Matiang'i to the people. And to convince, for Matiang'i to win, they are the 15 million votes of the Kenyan youth, the Kenyan people, the Kenyan Gen Zs. So for Matiang'i to take up the mantle, these people have to convince the youth that now they can also be considered when it comes to matters power. And so, whenever Uhuru Kenyatta will get a chance to address the people, the topic will always be the Gen Zs. Same thing to the brother Muhoho Kenyatta. It will always be the youth to raise up to the challenge. Now, as we can see, it is not something that we can just throw under the rug and say that these are just mere talks. These are very choreographed statements that are being delivered by the Kenyatta family. They are not doing this because they just want to be, pace setters in matters politics of the day. They are doing this because they know their voice matters in the politics of the Republic of Kenya. And if they can convince the Gen Z that Matiang'i is fit for this republic, then they can win the 2027 general election. Are we together? That is the card that is being played here. Mentioning Gen Z here and there is not something that is done. You saw Kalonzo Musyoka trying to mention Gen Zs, to associate with Gen Zs, but at the end of the day, they don't associate with Gen Zs. As for Gen Zs, don't associate with them because these people have been in leadership for the longest time possible. Are we together? And that is why, with Uhuru mentioning the Gen Zs and bringing them up, it stars a very, very dangerous spot for William Ruto. And that is why William Ruto will continue releasing his minions. Akina Kipchumba Murkomen, Oscar Sudi, Aaron Cherwat, Farouk Kibet, Kimani Ichung'wah to attack the former president. And also currently, they are preparing an anti-Matiang'i task force that is supposed to deter the name of Fred Matiang'i. Tell me, what is your take? Leave a comment on the comment section. Subscribe.